Greetings, YouTube. In the first 155 days of this year, 154 U.S. service people have committed suicide, both those on active duty and those that have not yet deployed. This is considerably higher than the Pentagon predicted by this time of the year, and 50% higher than actual deaths caused by combat. Though I think on some level I'm kind of depressed by the fact that the Pentagon has a prediction for how many troops will suicide by any particular time at any particular point in the year. I wish that kind of thought process wasn't required. But I don't really think it's much of a mystery why this is going on. Our troops are under incredible stress, both those in the field and those that haven't been deployed yet. The economy's in horrible shape. Tour after tour means that they're not working and their families are being adversely affected by the fact that they're not pulling in the same money now than they did when they were prior to being in the service. The fact that we expect our service people to go to foreign lands and put their lives on the line, and we don't compensate them for the amount of money that they made prior to being in the military, has always stunned me. I don't think we should be putting our troops into a position where they're going to have to worry, are they going to lose their homes? I don't think that's right. I never have. But I think there's some steps we can take to help at least stay this rate of execution, and maybe if even reverse it. First, let's throw out the concept of a war on terror, because it was absurd the first time a U.S. politician said that phrase, and it's absurd now. You can't have a war on a concept, on a word. You can have war on a sovereign nation. And I don't think America should be declaring war on anyone. If we are attacked, or our allies are attacked, if someone's attacked us, then we go to war. But we should not be declaring war on anybody. If we're part of a UN-sanctioned military action, again, that's acceptable. But the U.S. needs to stop declaring wars on people. We also have to stop trying to use armies to fight terrorism. Terrorism is a criminal act, and you stop criminal acts through law enforcement. That's how it works. Just as we hunted down the people that blew up the Twin Towers the first time, and Timothy McVeigh, Ted Kaczynski, those are examples of terrorist acts that were pursued by law enforcement successfully. And that's what you need to do, even if it is on an international scale. We are supposed to all be cooperating with each other, all the different countries of the world, and the countries that don't, that's where sanctions come into play. You don't need to be declaring war on people because you think just possibly, maybe, we're not 100% sure, but let's go for it anyway. There might be some terrorists in that country that we want to kill. I would also stop drone attacks and sending in special force teams into countries that don't even know they're there. If a country authorizes the U.S. to send in a special ops team, okay. But how many countries are going to do that? I can't imagine many. We need to stop these wars so our troops aren't under so much stress. Another thing I would do is that after you've served 1 year in a war zone, you're out. Gone. Forever. You could volunteer, of course, for more tours, but you would never be required again by the U.S. government to serve, because you've done your duty. None of this sending troops back in with tour after tour after tour. That's insanity. Human beings aren't meant to handle stress on that level. Never have and never will. And I'm sick to death of watching our politicians sit safely behind their desks in Washington and send the children of other people to die in unsanctioned, illegal wars again and again. So, whenever I see those little stickers on people's cars that say, I support our troops, well, here's an opportunity, folks. Support your troops. Bring them home. Stop sending them to die in foreign lands fruitlessly. Stop having our government declare wars on everybody they feel like declaring one on. Start treating our troops like human beings and not just chits on a board game. Start having the respect for them that we keep saying we have.